Good day, beautiful ones. How are you? This is Activated Energy. I am Larissa Odomi Shalewa, beautiful ones. How are you? How you doing? How was your Juneteenth yesterday? It was a beautiful day for me. It's beautiful. Everyone was beautiful. We give honor to um, the end of slavery. Well, it was the end of slavery. I forgot which date it was, but they were the last ones to know um, that slavery has ended. And to give honor to the ancestors also. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. This is the energy of Venus. You guys know that Fridays I do my love readings. I wasn't feeling good, right? And so probably missed like a week or two. I really wasn't feeling good, but I am back feeling good. If you guys ever want to support, if you ever want to support Activate Energy, my cash app is $sign. I know that part. Odomi Shalewa. Odomisalewa. Odomi Shalewa. Okay, beautiful ones. What is the energy of Venus today? Now, this reading won't resonate with everyone, but you will know exactly who it's for. I am pulling the energy of those who are watching, of those who will come across this reading. Okay. Beautiful ones. Beautiful ones. How was your week? How was your week, beautiful ones? How was your week? Hmm. Okay, let's get into it. The energy of Venus. What is the message? What does the universe want you to know? Try to. Let me see because I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. I have to just because let me see. I'll just show you the cards as I go. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So I don't have any space like that. Let me see if I can. I don't want this to fall off. So let me do this. Get it together, beautiful ones. Like I tell you, I don't edit these things, and it is what it is with me. And this, I'm just trying to make sure. Okay. Yes, you guys. I'm gonna adjust and do all that. Okay. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh, beautiful. So, okay, you guys, you have affection. There is one person who has deep feelings for you. Okay. And this is something that's was in your past. Okay. And then you have ancestors. This talks about that your ancestors had a hand in guiding this love for you, right? Cooperation. Love grows when there is cooperation and mutual respect. So this is talking about in your past, it seems like something real, beautiful, right? Affection, the ancestors, cooperation, like it's really, 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 really it was going great. Um, in your recent past. But let's see what's going on in the future, right? Mm. What's going on, beautiful ones? We have heal. I'm striving to mend myself for all the sake of waiting for a beloved. Okay, we're gonna dive deeper into this. And then you have unfinished. Okay, this talks about being with someone. Well, you being apart um, from someone, and both of you are feeling like, this is unfinished business, but you have my person upside down. Okay, you have my person upside down. So this talks about, someone, you're not feeling that connection with them. You're not feeling that chemistry with them. And it's crazy because with your past right here, it was like, what's going on? It was beautiful. Everything was going good, connection and everything. But right here is saying, you guys may have broken up in the present, right? Something happened, and we'll clarify what happened. But something has happened, and your healing is unfinished business. There is not, you're not feeling like this is not your person anymore. You don't feel the connection anymore. Like I said, you could have broken up because you have unfinished. There's unfinished business here, but there's a healing that needs to be had for you, and you're just not connecting with this person anymore. Let's see what's going on with the near. Let's see what's going on with the near future. So we have trust. I promise you, I won't give up. I have no idea what's happening in my life right now, but I still trust you. Okay. And then we have family, and family is upside down. Domestic peace is the foundation of true love, but this is upside down, you guys. This is upside down. And then we have look forward. Let it go and move on because you deserve to love again. This is real, real, real interesting. Okay. So this is talking about, in the beginning, it seemed really good. The ancestors was, you know, guiding us. And right now, it's like there's a breakup, right? There's a breakup and things just didn't, it's just not working out right now. And at the moment, you're not feeling connected anymore, but it's like you still love each other, right? But you're healing. But at the same time, there's unfinished business. And then in the near future, you have trust, you know, you still trust them. You won't give up on them. Okay. But you have family upside down. So right now, I can see that this is probably has something to do with family, maybe kids. Is there something that, one of you may not be in a position to have kids, or you found out that the other person don't want kids. And this third card is talking about look forward, let it go and move on because you deserve to love again. So we're gonna get into all that to see what's really going on. We're gonna clarify this. We're gonna clarify this past. Like it was beautiful, right? It was beautiful in the beginning. What could have happened to change things? Could have happened to change things. Let's see, because I'm getting a. Because you guys, when I do the cards, even though I'm doing the cards, spirit will still step in, and ask some things, or bring a whole new, a whole new revelation, right? A whole new revelation to this. So let's find out what's going on. Let's find out what's going on. What happened in this? We have vulnerable, valuable. We have friend request upside down, and then we have pervasive. That's upside down. So I can't stop missing her even when I sleep. I see her in my dreams. And then we have friend request upside down. Okay, so this talks about, and then we have valuable. Be careful who you spend your time with is valuable. Okay, so this talks about friend requests, pervasive, right? But that's being upside down. Valuable. So, hmm, in the past is it's like things could have seemed, right? It could have seemed that things were going good. Even with the ancestors, right? With even with the ancestors here, now the ancestors have your back. So your ancestors will not guide you into something that they feel like it's not right for you. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that things won't happen, right? And so with the friend request backwards, it's kind of like no one was looking outside of the relationship to to be outside of of the relationship. Even when it says I can't stop missing her, even when I sleep I see her in my dreams, that's upside down. But you have valuable, right? You have valuable. And this is saying be careful who you spend your time with. So even though this could have seemed right, this may have not been something at the right time for you. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why you have this healing right here, because you kind of just jumped into something that just you just really wasn't ready for. You could have, just gotten out of another situation. And because your ancestors guided you to this situation, it could be something that wasn't for you at the time, but in the long run. You know what I mean? So we're gonna clarify this present situation with healing and unfinished and my person upside down. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hmm. The spirit is telling me this person could have been addicted to something too. Like there could have been an addiction that um that kind of like mess things up between you, between you not being ready, you just jumping out of, a whole, you just jumping out of relationship to get into this one. And then this person has an addiction. You know what I mean? And so that's why you have this valuable card here saying, be mindful of who you spend your time with, even though this may be your person, but be wise about who you spend your time with. And then in the present time you finding yourself with this not being your person, but it's still unfinished business, and you have to heal from not just this now, but from the past relationship that you had before this one. But let's clarify it. Let's get into it. Let's clarify heal and unfinished and my person upside down. Tell me more. Tell me more about the situation. Calling the energy of Venus. Tell me more. Okay. So we have no sorries allowed. Okay. No sorries allowed. No sorries allowed. Then you have liberating. You can't heal a toxic lover. Realizing this, you will find freedom. But this is upside down. And this just verifies it's unfinished business, right? Because even though, you're like, you're still holding on, right? You're still holding on. And even though you're saying no sorries allowed, there's a part of you that's still holding on. And then you have core. They are secondary always. Put yourself first. But this is upside down. This just clarifies, even though you feeling like there's no connection, there's unfinished business at the same time, you're kind of like, you're all over the place with your feelings with this, right? You need healing. You're not trying to hear what they talking about. Um, this talks about liberating yourself, but like I say, it's upside down. It's upside down because you have unfinished business. You have unfinished business, unfinished. That's upward, and you're not going to liberate yourself if you feel like things are unfinished, right? This isn't your person. It's upside down. You have the core that's upside down, and it's like you're not putting yourself first, even though you're going, there's no sorries allowed, and you want to find yourself healing in this, but at the same time, you're not putting yourself first, even though you feel there's a disconnection, because you do love this person, but at the same time, there's still healing that you need to do. Okay, love? Now, you didn't give yourself time to heal from the first relationship, you know? You need to give yourself time. And like I said, Spirit is telling me that this person, this is more like of an addiction thing. We're going to go to trust, family upside down, and look forward. It's telling you twice in this reading so far that you need to let go. Okay? In the near future, clarify, trust, family upside down, and look forward. Tell me more. What's the energy of Venus? What is the energy of Venus saying for this situation, this near future situation with trust, family upside down, and look forward. Okay. The card that flew out is love or not, tossing and turning, wondering if it's love or just fleeting infatuation. Okay. You're not sleeping. Even though you have trust right here, and it says, I promise you, I won't give up. I have no idea what's happening in my life right now, but I still trust you. And that comes with this unfinished. It's not unfinished right now. Let's go into family. You got holding on. Okay, you're holding on. Sacred, heal from past wounds related to relationships before welcoming the right person. Wow. Wow. you know, this is, oh, I just love this. Love. So, like I said, the energy of what's going on with you, right, is you were in another relationship before you met this person, okay? And you didn't give yourself time to heal. And that's what's happening in the present, right? I'm going to clarify some more too with this situation. You didn't give yourself time to heal from the last relationship that you was in before this one, and you just kind of, coming from that relationship, you just kind of dived into something because you felt like, that you needed someone. You're a type of person where it's like you need someone around, whether it's just through talking on the phone or texting or going out, whatever it is. And this person, they came around, and like I said, I see your ancestors here, and they love you, and there's just respect and things like that. But right now, ugh, it's like, no. Like I said, this person could be addicted to either drugs or alcohol or something. I don't see this person cheating at all. um it's just that they have this other addiction going on, and it could be, when they're in this state, that they treat you some type of way and you just over it, right? Because it was respect there and all these things, but they start showing their true selves, and it's like, wow, you got caught up. Even though you feel this person is different from the last, you know that they're a beautiful person, they could be a good person, but when they're in the substance stage, you know, they're showing another side of them that you don't like. And you're holding on to the good times. You're holding on to how you feel this person really is, and you're going, is this love or not? You have this toss, this love or not card. You're tossing and turning, you know, and you're going, maybe I could trust them. Maybe we could find something. You have the holding on. You have the holding on, but you also feel with this family card upside down, like, how can I have a family with this person? Do I really want to build with this person because of the substance abuse that they have, right? And you have, letting go and heal from the past wounds related to relationships before welcoming the right person. And this person, they have to get it together themselves if they really want to be with you. They say they love you and things like that, but when they're in the substance stage, it's like, no, you're not showing me that at all. And you're like, mm-mm. But in the future, you're holding on to this. You're holding on to this. You have to decide whether you're going to love yourself and heal, right? You have healing coming up twice in your reading. Tell me more. What's going on? Tell me more. Reign begins. Be the master of your destiny, career, and finances. You have the power to dominate. This is something that you haven't been focused on because of love. You have rain begins, and this is upside down. And I wanted to bring out these clarifying cards to clarify even, what's going on with you that's affecting your love also, right? And so this says rain begins. So this is talking about how you're so focused on love that you're not focused on yourself. You're not focused on mastering your power, right? You've been denying yourself the power to dominate in your career and finances, right? And so this is why you got this thing that the universe is calling you to heal things. Heal things. You know, you separate yourself from this person, maybe they'll understand how much they really do love you because they'll get it together or they won't, right? They'll get together for you, but you've been so focused on love that you haven't been focused on your career, right? And so your career, your finances could be dwindling because of this relationship. And that's why you have this family upside down in the near future, because it's like, no, how we don't have that if finances and the career isn't right? I mean, you got the substance thing going on, and you're so focused on relationships and love, baby. You just not getting it together at all. Okay, you have temptation of light upside down. Choose wisely. You haven't been choosing wisely at all. Okay, you haven't been choosing wisely at all because you haven't been putting yourself first. When drawn powerfully to something that seems bright, carefully determine if it truly benefits you. And you haven't been doing that, right? It's upside down. You have flexibility, adapt to change, exhibit flexibility, find strength in the tentacles of the intangible, where softness overcomes rigidity. Okay, be flexible. Be flexible. Have a balance in your love life. Okay, have a balance in your love life and your career, and finances, because this is of a woman's energy. Because a lot of times, women, when we're in love, we'll put ourselves off, right? Anything that we want to do, and we'll just put ourselves off for it. We'll put love over everything. And so you can't keep doing that, love. You can't keep doing that. Okay? Let's go into the let's go into the near future with us. Let's go into the near future with this. Let's go into the near future. Okay, we have thorn of doubts, facade, and we have cyclical cyclical. I hope I'm saying this right. Okay, we have throne of doubts. Assert your authority, clarify your stance. Okay. But this is upside down. So it's like it says an unexpected challenge to your authority will arise, requiring you to reaffirm your command. But this is upside down. Okay. A shiny facade often conceals a fragile core. Be wary of temptations that seem too perfect. Seek the truth. So in the near future, you're being called to seek the truth. Um, it's like you're securing yourself in the future, but still seek truth. All right, seek truth in it all, in love. Don't just let someone come and woo you. Right. It says it's time to explore new possibilities. Everything ending holds infinite possibilities and renewal. Okay, so like I said, you could be in the stage in the future where you're going, okay, I'm not going to doubt myself anymore. Um, there is new possibilities in love, okay? In love and in your career, everything. Remember, it talks about flexibility right now. So flexibility being balancing in love in your career because you've been giving love so much attention in your life that you've been just you haven't been giving yourself that attention. You haven't been giving yourself love, right? It's time to seek the truth. It's time to explore. And not to say that this person want, maybe if you did that, this person will really see the difference in you and get on themselves because in the beginning everything was beautiful, right? Like I say, there's no, you're like, I'm not accepting your apologies. You know, you've been apologizing for the way you be acting when you're up under the influence of these things, and I'm just over it, right? It's time for you to heal yourself. It's time to get back to you and your career and your finances. It's time for you to put love on the side right now and heal yourself. Heal yourself, move forward from this love feeling that you have that you let take over, right? You let this love feeling take over, and it's not where you need to be right now, beautiful one. What does the universe wants you to know in these decisions that you're making? What does the universe want you to know? What is it calling for you to do? Okay, we're calling the energy of Venus. Okay, calling the energy of Venus. What is your message for this person? So I like to pull out three. Okay. The first one I want you to know no longer hold power over you. Dissolve attachments of the past with love. Okay. So right now it's just telling you, let go, let go, let go, heal. This love thing right now doesn't serve you any power right now because you need to heal. You need to have balance. It says you are a breath. Listen and connect to your intuition. Start trusting yourself more. You have this seek the truth card here in the near future. So learn to trust your intuition. Listen and connect, and you will find yourself in a better balanced place with love and everything. The last one is trust what you need is there. With love, all can be accomplished, right? So start loving on yourself more. Start giving yourself grace more, and you'll find that not only in your career and your finances, that in love, you'll find a stable. You'll find your person, right? Heal from the past. Heal from the past and you'll find your right person, and the person that you could be, because it's like no sorries allowed, but at the same time there's still unfinished business, right? Because you love this person, but maybe if you start working on yourself and loving on yourself more, they'll see that and they'll start doing that for themselves, and you can get back together because this is this energy that you guys have with each other. You do love each other. It's just because you have the ancestors in the beginning, it just may not be the right time until both of you guys heal, because you do have the ancestors and they support this relationship. But at the same time, there's work that needs to be done before you can get to the place where you started out in the beginning, right? Beautiful ones. This is activated energy. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm your girl, Larissa Odomi Shalewa. Once again, this is activated energy. Peace, love, light. Mwah.